whatever is happening in Nigeria is happening to each and every
everybody,
one of us.
yeah. It's a
Politically, what is the situation in Nigeria?
Which part of it do you want to know? Because there's so many part of it.
Let's start with the fuel subsidy, because that's the one that is burning the people.
The first thing, I think the problem there, I was discussing with some people, and the problem is this. Some people say it's a good idea for the president to hide the fuel thing, that it will help us build our refinery and what have you. I'm not a politician, and I don't really, honestly, really trust politicians because of the history that we've had.
Yeah,
and the average man in Nigeria would not want to trust any government person because of the history that we have. So basically, it's like, you know what, prove that you can do this, and then I'll follow you. You know, for example, me personally, I remember coming to Nigeria, and I remember seeing what Fashola did, the Governor Fashola did, you know. Then after that, when it was time to re-elect him, I voted for him. That yes, of course, I've seen what he's done.
Yeah.
I've seen the road. I've seen the experts. I've seen, you know, this dude is trying to build a train that goes from Orile towards Mile 2 past the whole. It's like if you go there now, you'll be very surprised what the governor has done in Lagos State. So I saw that myself, and I'm not kidding. I support that. Now, but what some other government people try to do is do the opposite of that, you know. So then you now expect me to vote for you where you're not really doing the part that you voted to do, you know. There's a saying, we need leaders, not rulers, you know. So the reason why I think people didn't support Goodluck Jonathan on the fraud thing is because we're saying, look, we Nigerians, we have our country is wealthy. We have enough money to build these things. We don't really need to add money to the fraud thing to make everybody take money from everybody's pocket, because really, where's the money going to come from? The masses don't have enough money to give out, and then the average man can't really, you know, you have school fees, you have rent, you have food, you have things to pay for, and then now you're still sucking from that. So the people are not angry and saying, you know what, dude, it's not fair, because you sitting on your big house, you're not really feeling the heat.
Yeah.
Because there's always light in your house, and there's AC in your house. But the average man can't even afford an AC in the house. They have this small generator and stuff. And now to buy fuel and that, normally for them to sleep the whole night, they might pay 300 naira or 400 naira. Now you're telling them to pay 1,000 naira to go overnight, you know, and then they have to feed their kids and family. For the average dude, for the average person, it's not fair. I don't see that as fair.
Yeah, I was saying, I said what the president needs to do.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is not the fuel increase.
No.
It is fighting corruption. He has to put there structures that will prove that, okay, there's transparency, corruption, I'm going to fight corruption.
Exactly.
Infrastructures, I'm going to face infrastructures. And when people see that element of trust would have been built. Without doing that, there's a problem. I know it did not start with him.
No.
It's been something that has been there for a long time. But if he needs to do it, he needs to confront that problem head on.
Definitely.
And then he will be able to convince the people that, okay, fuel subsidy, in reality, there's no country in the world now except, you know, fuel subsidy, we should be subsidizing production and not consumption. It's unheard of for a country to say, what we're subsidizing is consumption. When you start doing that, you're going to do it all your life, and that country is going to be in problem all through, because that's not how it goes. The European Union, the Asian countries, the American countries, they are all producing. They are into exports. Exportation should be the key, and when we are not doing that, there's a problem. So what I think people should do now, I think it's kind of agreed now that, okay, it's 97 naira. But people should not go to the street to demonstrate and go and sit down at home. Because even when you talk about demonstration, people also have their own ideas. They have different ideologies. Everybody did not come out because they don't like Jonathan. People came out to pursue their own selfish aim. But the place I think Nigeria would agree is that we don't just demonstrate and say, okay, it's been settled, and go back home. Everybody should insist on one thing: corruption must be tackled.
Like I said before, I'm not a politician, I'm a musician. The first thing I'd say on that level is, I personally I would join the protest, and I did. The reason why I did it is not because of anything else, but to let the president know that the masses, the people, the voice of the people is the voice of God. So like if the people are telling you, no, reduce it. We don't want it to go high because we don't have enough money to pay. Understand that, yes, really they don't have the money. What do you want us to do? Start stealing? Because first of all, the police, they're not getting paid enough money. The army is not getting paid enough money. And then when an average guy maybe drives a BMW, you pass the police is not angry. Why are you in the BMW and I'm on the street in the heat? But if the police guy is getting paid like roughly, let me say the equivalent of what they pay here in England, in Europe and stuff, there's no need for
they fight crime.
Yeah, they will fight. There's no need for corruption. They won't need to for bribe or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when you're not stable, when the country, the president is not really looking at that part, you're just looking at more money. It's not to be honest.
It's not fair.
Apart from not being fair, how much money do you want to keep, and how much money can you spend in a lifetime? And fine, you might say, yeah, I want to keep all the money so that my generation after me will be good. But the truth is this: you will die someday, and then when you die, then what?
They can look
the money doesn't follow you, but it doesn't go with you.
Yeah.
The money stays here, and then that's the thing. I'll just say to them if they're watching. I'll just say, look, man, one day it will all end.
And then you don't even have to say, because look at the past presidents now. Look at what has happened to them.
Look at Gaddafi, for example. It's very sad, and look at the way he died.
Like
no honor in it.
Like a chicken.
We all pray to live long and then die well.
Because what is important is we know that everyone will die. What is important is how you die and what you're dying for.
Exactly, and then living a good legacy, so that people respect you and know that this person did something good.
I heard that the school has not been functioning well for some time. The ASU has been on strike, and there
was one time the school was on strike, and then our leader went to South Africa to open another school, as in to open a school for the South Africans, as in to launch their own school. And I'm thinking, I'm an average guy, and I'm thinking that's not really nice. It's like you're not fixing a problem in your house, but you're going to someone else's house to fix their problem.
Someone's house to be known.
It's not fair. It's really not fair.
And the Boko Haram.
Yeah.
What is going on? What's wrong with them?
On that level, the people in charge of that, people who are responsible for that, they have the reason for doing what they're doing. But I say, for any reason in this world, it's not good to take anybody's life, Christian or Muslim. It's not a good thing, because what do you really gain? Okay, I blow myself up and everybody else dies, and then what? Okay, I've done something, and you think God will be pleased that what? If you really want to do something positive with your life, you really think you want to impact people, let them know. Even if someone is hurting you, let them know they're hurting you. But there's no need for you to go blow yourself or whatever, killing innocent people. And the thing is, there's a lot of politics behind that. Yeah, we all know that. And then it goes up through the chain. Because it's not just one, it's not a Muslim problem. It's not the Muslims in Nigeria, they're not responsible for it. I'm a Christian, I can boldly say that. And there are Muslims that really thinks bad of that kind of stuff. So it's not a Muslim problem, it's just a certain kind of people that are pushing that button to say, yeah, do this. And
they found a fertile ground in a particular area. It's not really the religion.
No, it's not religion.
People who practice
Islamic is a good religion.
Yeah,
they're doing their own thing peacefully. But the people now doing that, they're spoiling the name of Islam.
But I know that we'll be talking about you being the UN ambassador now.
Yeah.
As an ambassador, what would you? This might be an opportunity now. If whosoever the Boko Haram, whosoever they are, they were listening to you now, what would you tell them as far, our darling country?
I would say, first of all, if you really think you're doing something positive, I, as a man and as a citizen of Africa, a citizen of the earth, I will tell you it's very, very wrong. Because if you want to get your point across as a human being, it's not by force. You speak. And fine, remember they might not listen to you, but there's no need to kill yourself and keep people around you because you want to get your point across. I think peace is the only way, because there's no need for you to try and, there's no need for, the only way to progress in our country is to make peace. They say the Christians in the north now they're you know harassing them to come back to the south. It's like it's a country. You don't do that. You know.
Yeah, I said it the other day that the only thing I think they should do is to come and let's dialogue.
Definitely.
Let's discuss the state of the nation.
Definitely.
Nigeria belongs to each and every one of us.
Definitely.
We did fight war to keep Nigeria as one.
One.
And we're going to remain as one.
One.
Whosoever try to divide Nigeria will be an enemy of the people.
Of course.
And that's it. Boko Haram, we're not saying they might have a cause, but say it out. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it.
Why?
Killing people is not the best and it's not the way to go.
No.
And they just have to know that they're giving the country a bad image.
Yeah.
We are not terrorists.
No.
Nigeria has never been known to be a terrorist country.
No.
And doing what they're doing Boko Haram is not in your own interest. It's not in our own interest. We are Christians. We are brothers and sisters of the Muslim religion.
Yes.
This is not about religion.
No.
Let's not bring in religion.
No.
All I can say is that if we agree, if we think there's a problem, let's talk about it.
Yes.
So, before we go, let's talk again about your outfits, the Cast Beats
Entertainment. Yeah.
Cast Beat and Entertainment.
Yeah.
Have you actually? Do you actually have artists under you?
Yeah. At the moment, I have 3 artists under me right now. First one's called Tusek. They're twins, 2 boys. They're really good. They're energetic. They're new. They're young. They're ready for the business. And also I have Tonto DK, the actress.
Tonto DK. Yeah, that's good. That's she's my favorite actress. I like her.
Yeah, she's good, and I think she's talented.
Is she a singer?
Yeah, she sings a bit. I was actually surprised. We were one time just having lunch somewhere, just chilling, and then we're just talking, just gisting about average things, and then she just started singing jokingly. I was like, "Wow, you sound good." I said, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, I sing, for fun sometimes." I was like, "Why don't you try doing a recording?" She's like, no. I was like, "Yeah, try it." She's like, no. I'm like, "Okay." I forced her to come to my studio, and we did some stuff, and then.